Donny Osmond has been a cherished public figure for many years, and his life story has been fascinating to followers all across the globe. One aspect of his life, nevertheless, that he has avoided the limelight on is his marriage. Donny, who has kept his wife Debbie out of the spotlight for years, is finally explaining why we don't see her very much now that he's 66 years old. After all this time, what has he finally decided to reveal? We'll get into the stunning reason why Debbie never shows up with him to public events like award ceremonies, red carpets, or appearances. Donny Osmond's big, tight-knit family laid the groundwork for his humble but fruitful career in music, television, and entertainment. As the seventh child in his family, Donny came into this world in Ogden, Utah on December 9, 1957. Olive May and George Verl Osmond had a large family to begin with, and Donny was one of many siblings they raised. He was a part of a large and active home with his sister Marie and brothers Verl, Tom, Alan, Wayne, Merrill, Jay, and Jimmy. The Church of Jesus Christ of Latter-day Saints, also known as the Mormon Church or simply the LDS Church, was Donny's religious home. He inherited a strong work ethic and moral compass from his religious upbringing. Donny and his siblings were raised in Utah, a state known for its strong church community and its emphasis on the value of family, religion, and assisting those in need. It was in the blood of the Osmond family to be musically gifted. The Osmond siblings were Donny, Alan, Wayne, Merrill, and Jay's elder siblings. They started performing together when Donny was a little boy, and their energetic shows and beautiful harmony made them famous. The Osmond brothers were famous for their appealing combination of innocence and talent, which they showcased frequently on television and in performances. Donny, who joined the group when he was 5 years old, also benefited from their fame. Donny, who had a sunny disposition and endearing boyish charm, became a fan favorite and brought even more attention to the group. Moving closer to the entertainment business, the Osmond brothers packed up and headed west to Los Angeles as their fame grew. Andy Williams's father, J. Emerson Williams, was instrumental in finding the Osmond brothers. Andy is a famous singer and TV personality. With great admiration, Jay watched the Osmond brothers, Alan, Wayne, Merrill, and Jay Osmond, perform as a barbershop quartet on a Disneyland special titled Disneyland After Dark. He then proposed that the brothers try out for Andy Williams's hit TV variety show, The Andy Williams Show. Andy was initially hesitant when J. Emerson Williams proposed having the Osmond brothers on the show. Because he was worried it wouldn't be in keeping with the tone of the show, he was hesitant to include kids in his programming. But his dad urged him to give the brothers a go. The Osmond brothers got an audition because Andy took his dad's advice. After seeing the brothers perform, Andy knew they would be perfect for his performance. Audiences adored them because of their talent, charisma, and distinctive harmony. The Osmond brothers quickly won over audiences of the Andy Williams Show and were frequent performers there. They were well known to families all throughout the United States thanks to the appearances that propelled their fame. Donny Osmond, the youngest of the Osmond brothers, made his television debut in 1963 on The Andy Williams Show at the tender age of 5. As he performed the iconic song You Are My Sunshine, his endearing charisma and astonishing skill drew in the crowd. With this debut, Donny began his career in show business, and he quickly became a regular performer on the show, much like his elder siblings. The Osmond brothers became famous in the 1960s because to their frequent appearances on Andy Williams' show. The fact that their younger sister Marie would occasionally appear on the show with them further added to the show's familial appeal and demonstrated that the Osmond family was musically gifted. The Osmond family's long-lasting success in the entertainment industry was launched by their consistent exposure on The Andy Williams Show. In many ways, Donny Osmond's family stood out when he was a kid. Verl and Tom, two of his elder brothers, were unique among the Osmond siblings because they were born deaf. This led to the family's increased reliance on sign language as a means of communication. With the help of Verl and Tom, Donny and his siblings mastered sign language, which they later incorporated into their performances. Growing up with hearing relatives gave Donny a deeper bond with his siblings and a greater appreciation for their experiences. In contrast to his peers, Donny didn't hang out with his age group very often, as he remembers. On the contrary, he and his siblings spent their formative years immersed in the entertainment industry, where they frequently encountered adults and renowned figures. Donny has stated that his pals were not your average school kid or child from the neighborhood, but rather famous actors and musicians. In addition to shaping his life, Donny's unconventional upbringing instilled in him a profound passion for performance. The life lessons imparted by these legendary figures in show business are among Donny's most cherished recollections. He found a father figure and mentor in Andy Williams who, on The Andy Williams Show, broke the Osmonds. An essential talent for any artist, Donny cherished Andy's instruction on proper breathing techniques for singing. Andy gave Donny what amounted to a master class in performance in his early lessons on how to sing properly. Other great performers, such as Elvis Presley, also had an impact on Donny. He distinctly recalls witnessing Elvis's commanding presence and mesmerizing performances. Donny, being a young performer, was profoundly affected by Elvis's commanding stage presence. Donny has always intended to incorporate this into his shows. A unique aspect of Donny's schooling was his time spent working alongside legendary comedians such as Bob Hope, Milton Berle, and Jerry Lewis. He learnt talents from these comic masters that no classroom could ever impart. Donny got a glimpse of what made for good humor by watching how they interacted with audiences and made people laugh. Being in the company of some of the most gifted individuals in the entertainment industry from an early age provided him with invaluable experience that would serve him well in his professional life. In a manner that few individuals ever get to experience, these years had a profound impact on Donny's life and career. He started off as an apprentice to the greats, and his early exposure to the entertainment industry paved the way for him to become a talented and beloved performer in his own right. Donny and Marie, the TV program in which he and his sister Marie performed, catapulted Donny Osmond to stardom. Marie and Donny had a strong, unique friendship from an early age that would impact their lives in significant ways. The Osmond brothers were quite the traveling and performing duo, leaving Donny and Marie to fend for themselves at home. The amount of time they spent together, playing in the garden, chatting, and just enjoying each other's company, was crucial in developing their close connection. To demonstrate how close they were, Donny said that he and Marie had been best friends from the beginning. This innate bond made them ideal for television when they were older. Donny and Marie, their own variety program that ran from 1976 to 1979, was presented to them. Viewers fell head over heels for the performance as they saw the sibling combo perform musical numbers and share laughs. The audience could sense and see the chemistry between Donny and Marie. Their banter and quips sounded genuine and authentic, as if they were simply being themselves on stage, which added to the show's endearing and entertaining quality. Being the youngest co-hosts of a television show at the time, Donny and Marie made history with their popularity. They were even more distinctive in the entertainment industry as a result of their accomplishment. Due to the show's accessibility, Donny was able to connect with viewers of all ages, and his star power skyrocketed as he gained widespread recognition among American families. In the early 1970s, Donny had already established himself as a prominent solo performer before to his relationship with Marie. His charisma and talent won over the hearts of young people all over the world, making him a top teen idol. Covers of adolescent publications like Tiger Beat, Flip, and 16 featured his handsome good looks and silky voice, which made him a fan favorite. The articles, interviews, and images of Donny that appeared in these periodicals gave his supporters a sense of belonging. At this period, Donny was performing alongside his elder brothers in addition to singing alone. He stood out as a very gifted and dedicated young star because he successfully balanced his solo career with his work with the Osmond brothers. As a pop singer and cover boy, he became one of the most famous adolescent idols of the early 1970s. Donny went from obscurity to stardom during this time, becoming a household name in the entertainment industry. His solo success and his work with Marie on Donny and Marie made him a cultural legend, especially among younger audiences, and solidified his position in pop culture annals. A dramatic shift occurred in the Osmond family's public persona and professional trajectory in the 1980s. They aimed to attract younger viewers and families with their clean, kid-friendly approach. They seemed like a really happy, well-groomed bunch, since they were all wearing identical clothes and singing energetic tunes. However, by the 1980s, they want to develop as artists and connect with an older, wiser demographic. As a means of taking a detour, Donny's brothers settled on country music. Singing country tunes was their way of reaching out to their mature audience. They weren't as popular as before, even if this alteration did help them a little. Their newfound popularity in country music was more of a stepping stone than anything else. However, Donny decided to try a new direction and revive his career in mainstream music. Since his reputation was still linked to his time as a family entertainer and teen idol, he was aware it wouldn't be simple. But Donny was hell-bent on remaking himself and showcasing a new side of his abilities. To shock his audience and change his public perception, he did something out of the ordinary. Unlike anything Donny has done previously, he made an appearance in a music video in 1985. He had an appearance in the music video for Jeff Beck's Ambitious, which included a wide range of celebrities and regular folks trying out for a singing role with the legendary guitarist. Because it wasn't his usual polished, family-friendly program, many were surprised to see Donny in this video. The video, which featured Donny in a fresh, edgier light, was created by Paul Flattery and directed by Jim Yukich. Another strange visit by Donny occurred the next year, in 1986, and this time it was for Luis Cardenas's Runaway music video. The animated film featured an unexpected cameo by Donny, demonstrating his willingness to try new things and push outside of his comfort zone. Donny was able to put some space between himself and his former teen idol image with these appearances. They demonstrated that he was adventurous and willing to try new things. In taking on these new personas, Donny started to change people's perceptions of him. As a result of this shift, he was able to begin re-establishing himself as a popular music artist and reach a wider audience as an adult. Many people are curious about Donny Osmond's private life in addition to his music profession. His tight-knit family and long, happy marriage have captivated the public. Fans have adored Donny and Debbie's love story for years. Now they are married. Debbie was only 15 years old when Donny first laid eyes on her. She was seeing his brother Jay instead of him when they were dating. Donny was obviously head over heels for Debbie, the town's famous cheerleader, whom he referred to as the hot babe cheerleader. It took him a while to win her over, but he eventually succeeded. Donny admitted in a 2016 Facebook post that he spent 3 years trying to win Debbie over to his side. Because of his perseverance and patience, she also came to love him. They began dating and eventually tied the knot after several years of dating. They wed in 1978, and since then they've raised a wonderful family full of love and support. All 5 of Donny and Debbie's children are boys. The individuals in question are Josh, Jeremy, Brandon, Chris, and Donny Jr. There has always been a strong bond in the family, and Donny and Debbie have provided their children with a loving home. Eventually, Donny and Debbie's children began families of their own, and they became grandparents. Their family is considerably bigger and closer now that they have 14 great-grandchildren. Time spent with grandkids is treasured by Donny and Debbie, and he frequently expresses his joy for being a grandpa. A healthy marriage is rare in the entertainment world, and Donny and Debbie's is among the greatest examples of this. A rare occurrence among celebrities, they have been in a relationship for more than 40 years. Their partnership has been an inspiration to many followers due to their love, devotion, and commitment to one another. The fact that Donny and Debbie have remained together through the highs and lows of celebrity and life demonstrates the depth of their love and respect for one another. In addition to his professional achievements, Donny's family is his greatest source of pride. He considers his huge and loving family his greatest achievement and frequently expresses his gratitude for them. His admirers are impressed by how he has managed to have a successful job and a satisfying family life simultaneously. Donny and Debbie Osmond's long and happy marriage hasn't been without its share of difficulties. Their partnership may have been tested by the pressures of their long careers and prominent profiles. The temptations of fame, particularly when he was younger, are something that Donny has spoken frankly about. He became a teenage idol and received a lot of attention from admirers, which led him to acknowledge that he was tempted by other ladies constantly. At times, it was challenging being surrounded by fans. Nevertheless, Donny feels blessed that he remained loyal to his principles and his wife in the face of these temptations. Having met a lovely woman like Debbie early on in life, he feels really fortunate, and he once expressed his gratitude for not sleeping around. The ways in which Donny and Debbie have maintained a healthy marriage throughout the years were discussed. He discussed how mutual respect is crucial to a long-term relationship in a 2017 interview with Men's Weekend magazine. Debbie must feel the same way about Donny as he does about her, since he has promised she would never intentionally harm her. Their marital bliss is largely down to their capacity for profound understanding and mutual respect. According to Donny, the key to a happy marriage is a combination of respect, love, and dedication. His dedication to maintaining tight relationships with his family has provided a solid basis for his relationship with Debbie, and they have always been devoted to one another. Not that they haven't had challenges. What it means is that they have overcome them by being there for one another and showing each other love and respect. No matter how much success Donny had in the music industry, on television and in Las Vegas, fans always recognized that Debbie was missing. Debbie Osmond wishes to remain out of the spotlight, and Donny Osmond, who is now 66 years old, has been forthright about this. In a touching social media post from 2020, Donny shared a lovely photo of the two of them and gave an explanation for Debbie's lack of public appearances. Donny Osmond paid tribute to Debbie, his wife of over 42 years, with an emotional statement. He elaborated by saying that they had long ago decided to respect each other's privacy by keeping their relationship and house out of the spotlight. The fact that Donny and Debbie feel the need to keep some details about their relationship and family private is evident from their statement. Debbie may like to remain out of the spotlight, but she and Donny have been seen together in a handful of public outings. But when contrasted to Donny's frequent public appearances, these are the exception rather than the rule. Debbie is an integral part of her husband's life, even if she doesn't get the same amount of attention. In interviews and online, Donny has never stopped gushing over her. His adoration and affection for Debbie are evident, and he frequently expresses his importance to her. "Debbie has given my life stability," Donny said heartfelt of his wife Debbie in a 2022 interview with People. By saying, "She keeps my feet on the ground," he expresses his deep appreciation for Debbie and her pivotal role in maintaining equilibrium in his life. After decades of dealing with the demands of celebrity, Donny says that Debbie was the rock that kept him steady. He frequently mentions how her encouragement has helped him remain grounded and concentrate on what's important since she is there for him. Donny has always prioritized his family, particularly Debbie, above everything else, despite the fact that his job has earned him fame and acclaim on a global scale. Love, trust, and mutual respect were the cornerstones of their partnership, and these qualities have ensured its longevity. Donny and Debbie's decision to keep their private lives apart exemplifies how two people may thrive in the spotlight while yet being close behind the scenes. A lot of people look up to the pair as an example because of their long marriage and how they keep their private lives private. Debbie may not be a prominent figure, but she is obviously an integral part of Donny's joy and success, and his profound gratitude for her demonstrates how much he cherishes their collaboration and how vital she has been to his life's journey. Donny Osmond discussed his wife Debbie's role in getting him through the worst moments of his life and business during an interview on The Drew Barrymore Show. Donny was going through a rough patch at the time, dealing with problems in his professional and personal life. He spoke into detail about how, at the tender age of 17, his promising career came tumbling down. Donny had the world at his fingertips when he was a teenage idol at the age of 16, but by the time he was 19, he had lost it all. As his star began to wane, he began to worry that he had lost everything. Finances played a role in Donny's demise. Due to poor financial decisions, the Osmond family lost all of their millions. Donny sought counsel from his friend Michael Jackson when he felt disoriented. "Change your name." That one piece of advice from Jackson, who had previously been a kid star and had triumphantly transitioned into an adult celebrity, was a watershed moment for Donny. Getting back on your feet was no picnic. Throughout what Donny terms as his dark years, he tried a variety of hairstyles, including a mullet, but nothing worked to get his career back on track. There was a lot of confusion and resentment throughout that period of his life, he said. He felt disoriented as he battled to regain his previous level of success. Because those years were so painful, Donny says he wouldn't wish them on his greatest enemy. He had a terrible attitude and was extremely resentful. During that period, he was at a loss as to what to do, and everything appeared to be collapsing around him. Donny resorted to maladaptive coping mechanisms in order to manage the stress. He seemed to be in a deep, dark place, attempting to dull the agony in his heart. However, he was never alone. His wife, Debbie, was there with him every step of the way. Debbie was Donny's salvation during those tough times, according to him. He claims that Debbie's encouragement helped him pull himself out of a deep pit of despair. Gradually, with her assistance, Donny was able to re-establish his life and profession. The stability he needed was provided by Debbie's love and devotion. The path to rehabilitation was long and winding, but Donny eventually made a complete U-turn. A renewed optimism washed over him as he witnessed the expansion of his family. The tale of Donny shows us how crucial it is to have the people closest to us by our sides even while we're going through the toughest moments. Donny is thankful to Debbie and his family for all the support they gave him in the past. It would have been far more difficult for him to recuperate without them, he thinks. He may have gone through hell and back, but his wife's love and strength helped him get back on his feet and achieve success and happiness.